Wade Wilson, the fast-talking mercenary known as Deadpool, is having a seriously rough day. After traveling to Earth 616 and being rejected by Happy Hogan from joining the Avengers, Deadpool has decided to retire from mercenary work. He's returned to Earth 1005 and now works as a used car salesman alongside his X-Force buddy, Peter. To top it off, he's recently broken up with his lover, Vanessa. Things are definitely not looking up for the Merc with a mouth. On his birthday, things take a turn for the worse when members of the Time Variance Authority, TVA, show up and abduct Deadpool from his timeline. They deliver him to Paradox, who offers him a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to join the highest-grossing cinematic franchise of all time and become part of a bigger world. Eager for the chance, Deadpool agrees, but soon learns that, due to the death of James Logan Howlett, aka Wolverine, in 2029, his timeline is set to disappear, taking all his loved ones with it. While this would usually take millennia, Paradox offers mercy by setting up the Time Ripper, a device that will instantly erase Deadpool's timeline and everyone in it. Determined to stop the erasure and possibly launch a new team-up franchise with Wolverine, Deadpool steals Paradox's TemPad and begins traveling through the multiverse. Along the way, he meets various versions of Wolverine, eventually tracking one down. After a tense confrontation, Deadpool manages to recreate a scene and convinces the Wolverine variant to return to the TVA and face Paradox. But as expected, a shocking twist reveals a secret about Wolverine, leading to Paradox banishing both Deadpool and Wolverine to the Void, a dimension where all pruned timelines are dumped. Before being pruned, Deadpool realizes that Paradox's use of the Time Ripper wasn't authorized by TVA leadership, and he and his underlings are effectively rogue elements, using the TVA for their own power-hungry agenda. In the Void, Deadpool and Wolverine clash, but neither can gain a true advantage due to their healing factors. Deadpool eventually convinces Wolverine that they need to work together to get back to the TVA and fix Wolverine's timeline. Their conversation is interrupted by a cloaked figure who points out a convoy of mismatched vehicles driven by pruned X-Men villains. The cloaked figure reveals himself to be Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, portrayed by Chris Evans, and the trio is captured by the villains and taken to the fortress of Cassandra Nova, the twin sister of Professor Charles Xavier. During the journey to Cassandra's fortress, Johnny explains that a group of pruned heroes, the Resistance, is hiding in the Void's Badlands, working to stop Cassandra and her army. At Cassandra's fortress, which is built on the decaying corpse of a pruned Scott Lang, she shares her backstory. Pruned from her timeline as a child, she made a deal with Paradox to stay in the Void in exchange for being able to build an army made of pruned X-Men villains and other misfits. After Deadpool accidentally causes Johnny's death over a minor mistake, he and Wolverine are nearly devoured by Alioth. They manage to escape and retreat deeper into the Void, searching for the Resistance. Along the way, Deadpool continuously questions Wolverine about his yellow suit and encounters two pruned variants of himself, Dogpool and Nicepool. Despite some friction with Nicepool, Deadpool reluctantly accepts a Honda Odyssey from him to drive to the Resistance base. However, when Deadpool admits he's unsure whether the TVA can fix his mistake, Wolverine snaps, leading to an all-day battle. The two heroes collapse from exhaustion, and their nearly destroyed car is taken over by an unknown driver. When Deadpool and Wolverine wake up, they find themselves at the Resistance hideout, where they meet four key members: Elektra Natchios, Jennifer Garner; Blade, Wesley Snipes; Gambit, Channing Tatum; and a grown-up Laura, Daphne Keane, aka X-23. The group has been fighting against Cassandra's army in the Void, but hasn't yet confronted her directly at the fortress. After getting to know the Resistance, Deadpool persuades them to team up for revenge against Cassandra, motivated by Johnny's death, though he conveniently leaves out the fact that he was the one who caused it. However, Wolverine refuses to join the fight, now convinced that nothing can be done to save his universe from being erased by the TVA. Laura confronts Wolverine about his refusal to help the Resistance, and after some reluctance, Wolverine opens up about his past. He reveals that, in his timeline, he abandoned his fellow X-Men, leading to their deaths at the hands of anti-mutant vigilantes. Consumed by guilt, he retaliated by slaughtering the vigilantes, but also inadvertently killed innocent people in the process, tarnishing the legacy of his fallen team. To cope with his overwhelming sense of failure, Wolverine turned to alcohol, wearing his old X-Men suit as a tribute to those he couldn't save. Despite this, Laura reassures him that, no matter how he views himself, he is still a good person at his core. Her words inspire Wolverine to rejoin the Resistance, and together, they devise a plan to confront Cassandra and escape the Void. Meanwhile, Pyro is revealed to be a double agent working for Paradox, with plans to eliminate Cassandra from the Void. As the Resistance storms Cassandra's fortress in an action-packed sequence with intense music, slow-motion shots, and numerous callbacks to past entries, Deadpool and Wolverine face off against Cassandra. She knocks out Deadpool and tries to convince Wolverine to join her side by offering to fix his timeline. Wolverine refuses, and Deadpool manages to subdue Cassandra by using Juggernaut's helmet to block her psychic powers. Pyro intervenes by shooting Cassandra, prompting Wolverine to order Deadpool to remove the helmet. Deadpool hesitates, but ultimately does so, believing that the Charles Xavier he knew would never want Cassandra to die. In exchange, Cassandra gives Deadpool and Wolverine a sling ring, which they use to create an interdimensional portal back to Earth 1005. However, as they pass through, Cassandra follows them, realizing Paradox's plans to have her eliminated. Back on Earth 1005, Cassandra captures Deadpool, Wolverine, and Paradox, announcing her intention to use the Time Ripper to transform the multiverse into the Void. After escaping, Deadpool and Wolverine are forced to battle the Deadpool Corps, an army of pruned Deadpool variants. As Madonna's Like a Prayer plays, the battle rages on, with the Deadpool Corps regenerating and confronting the duo. Just as the fight seems dire, Peter shows up, causing the Deadpool Corps to forget their mission and embrace him, allowing Deadpool and Wolverine to escape. Meeting with Paradox, Deadpool and Wolverine discover that Cassandra has seized control of the Time Ripper and plans to unravel the multiverse. Paradox reveals that the only way to stop the Time Ripper is to short-circuit its chambers of matter and antimatter. However, doing so will almost certainly kill the person who attempts it, even with their healing abilities. Wolverine volunteers to sacrifice himself, but Deadpool locks him out of the chamber and prepares to sacrifice himself instead. Despite Wolverine's protests, Deadpool insists on taking the risk to save everyone he loves. In a dramatic twist, Wolverine breaks in and joins him. Together, they successfully transfer the energy of the Time Ripper between them, destroying it and killing Cassandra in the process. In the aftermath, Deadpool and Wolverine meet with the TVA leadership, led by Hunter B-15. Paradox is arrested and the Time Ripper is destroyed. Deadpool requests that Hunter B-15 return their Resistance allies to their respective timelines and fix Wolverine's reality. Hunter B-15 agrees to return the Resistance members but refuses to fix Wolverine's timeline, explaining that his tragic circumstances were what allowed him to save the multiverse. To celebrate their victory, Deadpool and Wolverine share a meal of shawarma and reunite with Dogpool. They invite their friends and family over to continue celebrating Wade's birthday. With Laura now officially adopted by Wolverine, Logan encourages Wade to rekindle his relationship with Vanessa, which Wade decides to do. And so, for now, the Merc with a Mouth signs off. Until his next contractually obligated appearance in Avengers Doomsday and/or Avengers Secret Wars. If you could team up with any version of Deadpool from the multiverse, which one would it be? The one with a flamethrower hand? The one who just loves chimichangas? Or maybe the one that doesn't talk at all? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.